just create space to believe in magic and miracles because they are here for us with unconditional love. Hello, bright, beautiful, beloved soul friends. Thank you for creating space to explore this content creation. In February 2021, Kristen could not remember her entire life. And that basically means that there's hundreds of trillions of neural networks in the unconscious body-mind that are storing information created during the past that are supposed to help provide navigation in present and potential moments. And none of that data was connected to each other. It all still existed, it just didn't have any connections with each other. And you can find out more about the miraculous unfolding of my personal healing journey and the work that I do, including the Implicit Revelations case study and all that I offer through Kristen's consciousness consultancy and other of my content creations, including part 1 of my known documentary series. In February 2021, Kristen could not remember her entire life. She couldn't remember her childhood, she couldn't remember her adulthood, and she couldn't remember the past several years of very intensive healing that led to all the stuff I'm talking about, including the Implicit Revelations case study and the work that I do. She couldn't remember any of it. And because she couldn't remember any of it, all this disintegrated neural data, very unique forms of amnesia and other sorts of happenings. There was also a lot of dysregulation in the brain-body systems, and that causes anything and everything from insomnia, anxiety, depression, confusion, indecisiveness, dysregulated eating habits. It can manifest in all kinds of ways. When there's dysregulation, which can happen when neural wiring isn't providing effective navigation. The unconscious body-mind has 2 jobs: navigation and regulation, and they are constantly affecting each other. So if the navigation is off somehow, then the regulation is going to be off somehow. And if something disrupts the regulation, then it's going to subsequently disrupt the navigation. Unconscious mind does navigation, unconscious body does regulation, and in the unconscious body mind, the navigation and regulation constantly affecting each other based on how the implicit data of unconscious memories is affecting all the regulatory protocols and vice versa. And the key link is the well-being of internal attachment systems. You can find out more about all these ideas through my Implicit Revelations, including thesis number 29. So in February 2021, Kristen could not remember her entire life. And she's like, well, I've been through some crazy stuff and I've created my own healing modalities for all of this time. And that's how I'm alive right now. So I think I'm going to see what other healing modalities I can just, create for myself. And so she created the following self-hypnosis session. And it ended up being very, very long and it never got finished. But part of that was because of all the disrupted navigation. There was just a lack of clarity and difficulties doing all this stuff. Even speaking slowly, as she did in the creation of this following self-hypnosis session sample, just speaking slowly was causing deeper regulation and kind of reprogramming the disrupted navigation and regulation. And so this was the very, very early days of when Kristen started to record self-hypnosis sessions, back when she was really doing it for her personal healing. And now I offer it as something through Kristen's consciousness consultancy. My navigation and regulation is super mega improved and I can easily sit down and have a clear intention and create just an incredible journey, divinely channeling it rather than creating from my imagination. And that's really the big difference of how things have shifted. When Kristen started, it was creating from her own imagination while there was all this disruption of navigation and regulation because of all the stuff that was going on. And now this is all rewired, but I'm not making any of it up. I kind of just go into a meditative state and I channel it. But back to this little thing, because there's a couple miracles unfolding here that I'd like to share just to bring further inspiration to the miracles of healing journey magic. February 2021, Kristen couldn't remember her entire life. And so she created this self-hypnosis session with the intention of trying to connect self-aspects from every year of life. And it's incredible to look at the big picture unfolding of this healing journey that I'm on, because from that space gradually was the gradual development of mere play with mere power. Mere play with mere power. It's one of the many offerings that I share through Kristen's consciousness consultancy. And it's offered through short programs, long programs, and services that are uniquely personalized. There's kind of a lot of different options to find what fits for individuals who feel called to this particular type of medicine and magic. But Kristen couldn't remember her life, and it was disrupting navigation and regulation. But fast forward a while later, there was this big revelation of, I'm not actually here to remember my life, I'm here to rewrite my life. Because the whole purpose of memories isn't to store the past. The neurobiological purpose of memories is to provide navigation in present and potential moments. And so it wasn't about remembering the past, even though that was initially the intention, because she had this amnesia where she couldn't remember her life and was like, okay, who am I? What's going on? But then the ultimate result of that healing journey intention was, I'm actually here to rewrite hundreds of trillions of neural networks and create a new unconscious body mind. Because the old one wasn't working. Basically, like, she had this unconscious body mind and was like, the stuff isn't working, I need a new one. That's like basically what happened. And so she couldn't remember her life, and she was trying to connect self-aspects from every year, hoping to create bridges throughout all this neural data. But then, fast forward a long time away, it's like 200 billion quadrillion healing journey moments later, there's the development of mere play with mere power. And through creative connections, which is a program, 5 to 10 years, I'm on year like 4 or 5 or something. It's just really intense and amazing, and it just gets better. Healing Journey program, Creative Connections, and the Healing Journey service that results in a practice that's used every day for a very long time, basically, as the subconscious unveiling and transformation journeys through techniques applied through mirror journeys, marathons. And through this, all of the neural wiring gets rewritten. Neural data, even the most unconscious regions of implicit emotional and procedural memories, stuff you can't touch if you tried. Like, even if the following self-hypnosis session had worked somehow, it wouldn't have rewritten the implicit emotional and procedural memories. It couldn't have. It couldn't have. There's no way. But through these mirror journeys, the marathon journeys, all of it got rewritten. So she didn't just recover memories from her whole life. It's all completely rewritten and reorganized. Okay, so before this, Kristen's unconscious body mind, that was not working out so well, so we had to get a new one. Half joking. Half joking with that. The unconscious body mind had independently developed memory centers. There were over 30 independent memory centers that had no connection with each other, and it created alternate states of consciousness that had amnesic barriers between one another. And this was one of the unique aspects of adaptable consciousness condition, which is often described as dissociative identity disorder, or severe forms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or structural dissociation. Okay. So there's all these independently developed memory centers, but then Kristen reached this point in her journey where she couldn't remember anything. So like, not only was it like independently developed, but like then suddenly none of them were accessible at all. No more dissociative switches, but I just can't remember any of my life. And so these mirror practices, though, have completely rewritten and reorganized all of the neural wiring. All of it. All of it is completely rewritten. The implicit emotional and procedural memories from age 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, through the present day, all of it's rewritten. Every year of life and every role of the neurobiological social engagement system, you can find out more about these concepts in my implicit revelations case study. Every year of life and every role of this neurobiological system, referencing the polyvagal theory, and every piece of energy, explicit and implicit memory data, and implicit emotional and procedural memories that are at the deepest regions of the unconscious body-mind, all of it got completely rewritten without touching any memory data or any past experiences. It's beyond incredible. And so Kristen created this following self-hypnosis session in February 2021. Couldn't remember her life. And so I'm just sharing this kind of just for fun because it's like a really long magical journey that's just kind of sitting there. So it's very fun to share. It's kind of a sampling of the energies that I offered through my mystical Odyssey Imaginatives, and also an invitation to explore my different mirror practices. But aside from what I offer through my business, this is an invitation for you to believe in impossible miracles. Beyond just who I am and what I'm sharing right here, this is just an invitation to believe in impossible miracles. Absolutely impossible miracles. They can happen. They really, really can. And so no matter who you are or where you're at or what you're facing, whether you are going through a severe implicit health battle or whether you're ascending into higher states of consciousness and trying to figure out who you are beyond the human experience or anywhere in between and beyond, no matter who you are or where you're at or what you're going through or what you're reaching towards, this is an invitation to believe in impossible miracles. Kristen recorded this following self-hypnosis session in February 2021. And then she sang to herself in mirrors every day. And now I'm here in November 2022 and my brain is completely rewired. And millions more miracles you can find out through other of my content creations. But the miracles don't stop because Kristen had been using her marathons every day for years before. But she didn't know about that because of the amnesia. And so miracles happen. Impossible healing journey miracles can just become a normal thing when we believe that it can. And the power of intention holds more than we can fathom. Because Kristen set an intention to rewrite her unconscious body-mind, and she didn't know how she was going to do it. She didn't know how she was going to get herself a sense of self back. She didn't know how she was going to be able to remember her life. She didn't know how she was going to be able to feel like herself again. But she believed she could, and she knew she deserved it, and she kept going, and she did it. And now I'm here. So this is just an invitation to believe in impossible magic and miracles. Again, if you are curious about any of my work, please, of course, feel free to explore. There's merchandise, healing journey programs, videos, practices, services, all kinds of goodies, and lots and lots and lots and lots of free content to uplift and expand your healing journey, to provide insights and inspiration, wisdom about the understanding, the inner workings of the unconscious body-mind, and the distinction and connection between self-aspects and aspects of the journey. And the most profound, of course, is that none of the experience and none of the details of neural wiring have anything to do with who we truly are. And that was the biggest, most important piece of what has been learned, is that none of the experiences and none of the neural wiring had anything to do with who I really am as divine consciousness. Because consciousness exists and operates independently of brain-body wiring. And as consciousness awakens to its true self and its infinite power, then any of this can be rewritten and transformed, and gradually rewrite and transform aspects of life from the inside out. So without further ado, here is the following self-hypnosis session. It's actually a really cool journey. I'm going to give you a quick summary of it right here. If you don't want this giveaway though, go ahead and just click to the part where it starts. I'll add little chapters in it. You can just jump to where it starts if you don't want the giveaway. But just to give you a little summary to see if you want to explore it. It's basically, you start at a beachfront, you do a little relaxation exercise, set an intention. You start at a beachfront, super, super beautiful, have some really fun, enjoyable moments, and then you gradually go down an underwater staircase into the ocean where you can magically breathe fine underwater. And you go all the way down the staircase to the very bottom of the ocean and go through all this mystical different plants and animals and find a sunken ship, and you go explore the ship, and then you find a big beautiful ballroom, and then you have a very, 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 very long journey of connecting with self-aspects from the past 10 years of life. And the intention was to activate each year and connect it with the next one and move forward, and then kind of come back all and unite all of these different self-aspects. It ended up getting way too long and never really got finished. But it's a really, really cool idea and a really beautiful journey, and I want to honor the parts of me who created this with such profound and pure intentions, wishing to connect all these different aspects of the self. And she was able to do that more effectively through mirror play with mirror power. But these self-hypnosis sessions did provide a lot of healing, especially the other ones that focuses on inner child healing, and I'll leave the links for those in the video description below. So without further ado, please feel free to explore this. Please feel free to explore my other creations, my free content, and that which I offer through my Passion, Purpose, Soul Bliss, and just create space to believe in magic and miracles, because they are here for us with unconditional love. Greetings, beloved divine angel of tranquil beauty and awe-striking light. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, and thank you for being you. Begin by finding a comfortable position to rest your beloved perfect body in. Create space for expansive relaxation, allowing floods of fresh tranquility to wash over your being. Allow your breath to soothe you into a deeper knowing of the peace that already lives within your heart space. With every inhale, breathe in sensations of peace, allowing the quiet, invisible air to trickle in through your nostrils and bathe every molecule of your being in divine peace. Allow these sensations to soothe you as you focus your conscious presence on the peace flowing through the air. And as the air bathes you in presence and peace, you give your body permission to relax in full and complete surrender to the miraculous wonders of this now moment. Bring yourself here more and more, relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your arms and your hands, relaxing your chest, breathing even deeper, relaxing your belly, breathing deeper still, relaxing your back muscles, relaxing your shoulders and your mid-back and your lower back, giving intentional, peaceful, loving permission for your hips to relax and let everything go and create so much space to be fully here in the peace of your own presence. And give your thighs permission to relax and let everything go. No work needs to be done now. It's time to let it go. Time to let go, let go, let go. And just when you think you've let it all go, let go a little more, my dear, my darling. Let go. Give your knees permission to relax. Give your legs permission to relax. And focus on your feet and your ankles and your precious perfect toes. And give every little corner of your body conscious, intentional permission to relax. Let go of everything in the whole wide world and simply absorb yourself fully into the power of your own presence in this peaceful now moment. As you give your body permission to relax, nestling in more and more to this comfortable position, you notice the feeling of support as you sit or lay in a comfortable position and you feel the ground or the bed or the chair rise up to meet you, holding your body. You are held in this moment, fully supported, peaceful presence bathing you as you are fully supported. And you breathe in deeply, creating space in your heart for life to support you. You create space in your heart for this moment to support you. You create space in this moment for me to support you. You create space in this moment for this space where you are comfortably sitting to support you. And as you feel supported, your breaths become even deeper. Your unconscious body and your unconscious mind feeling deep, divine permission to let go, and let go a little more. And as you feel yourself letting go, you let yourself be more supported. And as you feel more supported, you feel like you are allowed and able to let go a little more. And the cycle continues, and you feel supported, and then you let go, and then you let go, and then you feel more supported, and you sink deeper and deeper into the powerful peace of this present moment. And while you sink deeper into relaxation of your body and the relaxation of your mind, your conscious focus directs itself to your breath, and you feel yourself breathing even deeper now. And you feel yourself breathing deeper. Deeper inhales and deeper exhales. Longer breaths, fuller moments, fully present here now. And now, in the peaceful presence of this moment, you place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, or both hands on your heart. And you set an intention to create space for deep self-connection. You set an intention to welcome home parts of your consciousness who have experienced life throughout the past 10 years. You set an intention in this space of loving presence to support yourself in the process of welcoming home parts of your miraculous self-essence who have experienced many things in life throughout the past 10 years. 10 years is a large expanse of time, but it will shrink and shrink and shrink as we realize that all of that time exists here and now in the cells of our body. That great expanse of time is fully present in this singular moment, which means that we have power throughout all of the expanses of time. We have power throughout all of the expanses of time, for it all exists here and now within us. And in this space of peaceful presence where you feel your own power and centered in loving connection with your tender heart space, breathing deeply into the center of your being, you set an intention to welcome home parts of your self-essence from the past 10 years. And you breathe deeply into this intention, allowing its energy to ignite a miraculous flame of ember, cosmic, radiant magic in the center of your heart space. An energetic flame ignites, and this flame trickles and travels throughout all the cells of your body. And you breathe deeper into this intention as you allow the flame in your heart to grow and expand. And it continues to flow throughout your entire body until all of the cells from head to toe are activated, united in this one intention with love and presence. centered in your loving heart space with tender self-compassion, grounded in peaceful presence with your relaxed body, and centered in this intention, uniting all aspects of yourself to participate in these miraculously unfolding conversations of consciousness. Sinking deeper now into your breath, you let go of the outside world. You let go of the day. You let go of any trapped tension in your being. You let go of the illusions of rigid definitions of physicality in this supposed reality. You let everything go and sink deeper and deeper. You are standing at a beachfront. In front of you, you see the ocean waves. And it must be sunrise or sunset because there is a great big burning ball of fire called a sun that is on the horizon in front of you. And the horizon is streaked with miraculous colors, every color imaginable, and then 5 more colors you've never seen before. Purples and teals and pinks and blues and greens and oranges and reds, and a bunch of colors that you cannot even name. You have not ever seen so many colors in one painted scene. And the divine hand who must have painted it got very clever with the artistic streaks, because you've never seen such a beautiful collage of colorful wonder. And you admire this sunset or sunrise or miraculous painted scene before you. You admire the beautiful sun beaming and burning in all his wondrous glory. And you look out at the ocean waves in front of you. The animated scene jumps to life as you see and hear the ocean waves rolling and crashing and rolling and rolling and rolling and building and building, and then they rise and then they crash and then they trickle down into calmness, and this happens again and again, and it's beautiful and mesmerizing, and you watch the waves start really far out in the water, and they kind of roll in and they roll in and they get bigger and bigger until a wave formulates, and then the wave comes up in a swirl and it crashes down and it makes a big splash as water flies and dances through the air, and then it calms just in time to welcome another wave that has gradually built and built and then rises and then crashes. And you admire this beautiful scene as it creates even more peace within your being. And you love the sensations of the colors in the sky. So many colors, every color and every shade of every color, and then 5 more colors you cannot even recognize because you've never seen them before. And the great big burning ball of fire in the sky, illuminating the world for you to bear witness to its magic. And the ocean water stretching out in front of you for miles and miles and miles and miles. And it's wonderfully miraculous because it seems that you can see for miles. Normally it seems that vision stops at a point, but it's almost like you have superpowers and you can literally see for miles and miles and miles of this oceanic magic outstretched before you. You bear witness to this with a great sense of awe-striking wonder. What a joy it is to be here. What a beautiful opportunity to experience the dynamic treasures of the human experience. And you enjoy looking at the ocean, and you enjoy watching the waves, and you enjoy hearing the sound of the waves, and you enjoy admiring how the sunlight glistens off the waterfront. And then you look out to your left, across the water top, and you notice a pod of dolphins. A dolphin jumps up into the air, flipping its fin in fantastic fun. And another dolphin jumps out of the water, a little higher than the first one. It's as if they're in a competition, playfully seeing who can jump the highest. And there are several of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dolphins. 7 dolphins you see in the waterfront to your left, and you watch them swim, and you watch them play, and you watch them disappear under the water and then reappear up on top and jump, and one just did a flip. Oh, how fun it is to be at this beachfront bearing witness to the magic. You enjoy seeing the dolphins, and you enjoy the beautiful colors in the sky, and you enjoy looking at the water. And then you glance down at your body, and you notice that your feet are in the sand. And the sand is warm, but not too hot. And its little grains are just enough texture to feel sensations, but not too much that they are overwhelming. And you enjoy feeling your feet in the sand, and you enjoy wiggling your toes in the sand, and you enjoy feeling its warmth and its pleasurable sensations across the tops and bottoms of your feet as you dig your feet more and more into the sand until your feet are all covered up. Wiggling your toes and pressing your body weight into your feet, you dig little holes in, and your feet are covered in sand, and you enjoy it very much. And then you look back up, and you look out to the right, and you notice 2 otters swimming, and they're floating on their backs, and they are holding hands. And you can't help but smile and let your heart melt and melt and melt and melt into this moment. And you let go of anything that was preventing you from melting into your heart space, and you give yourself permission to melt and melt and melt into the tender beauty of this powerful moment. And you let yourself smile, and you let yourself enjoy it, and you let yourself see the beauty of life through a fresh lens of peaceful presence, where this moment is all that exists, and it's all that needs to exist, because presence and peace give you power. Your power is right here, and you do not need to be anywhere else, and you do not need to think about anything else, and you are allowed to enjoy the powerful presence of your own potent peace. You enjoy the colors streaking in the sky, and you enjoy the sunshine, and you enjoy the herd of dolphins off to your left, and the 2 otters swimming and holding hands to your right, and you enjoy the sand beneath your feet. And you enjoy feeling a gentle breeze on your skin. It's just the perfect temperature outside, not too warm, not too cool. Just a perfect day with a very gentle breeze, just enough for your skin to feel the atmosphere of where you stand. And you breathe a little deeper and relax a little more. And then you look directly in front of you, and you notice a staircase. A staircase that begins right in front of you, and it goes down into the water, beneath the water. And you step up to the staircase. You step forward onto where it begins. And there are handrails on both sides, and so you gently lift your arms and place your hands upon the handrails. You feel the cool iron beneath your hands as you gently grip them. And you feel a soulful invitation to follow the stairs. But it disappears beneath the water, and you wonder how you shall see and how you shall breathe. And a gentle whisper reassures you. My beloved, you have infinite magic within you. You are not restricted by the illusion of physicality or objective reality. Explore your superpowers, my beloved. With excited curiosity, mingling with peaceful presence, you take a step forward down the staircase. And then you take another step down the staircase, breathing even deeper, relaxing more and more into this inner exploration of your own magic. You take another step down the staircase, and you now feel water on your feet as you explore this staircase leading down into the ocean. You take another step down the staircase, your hands gently tracing the railings beside you. You can still see the beautiful colors streaking across the sky, amplified by the sun's radiant brilliance. And you can still see the dolphins to your left and the otters to your right. And you feel a deep sense of peaceful presence wash over you as the ocean's water washes over your toes and your feet and your ankles, while you continue down the staircase. And you take another step down the staircase, and the water is now up to your legs a little bit. And you take another step down the staircase, and the water rises to just below your knees. And you feel complete peace in this moment. The water seems to be a friend. It seems as comfortable as the air that you breathe. It feels as easy as moving through time and space. In physicality, it feels familiar. It feels gentle. It feels inviting. It feels friendly. It feels compassionate. It feels safe. And you feel completely secure in your being in this moment as you take another step down the staircase. The water now rises above your knees, and the water is surprisingly comfortable. It's not too cold at all, like you might expect an ocean to be. It's very comfortable, and you enjoy the feeling of the water on your legs. And you enjoy the feeling of your hands on these handrails, and you enjoy seeing the beauty of the ocean come even closer as you descend into its majesty. And you take another step down the staircase, and the water is now up to your thighs. And you take another step down the staircase, and the water rises up to your hips. It almost feels like a warm hug around your hips, and you relax even deeper into this moment. The water is now closer, closer in your heart, closer in your sight, closer on your skin. And you feel invited to be one with it. You feel welcome to be one with nature. You feel welcome to be one with life. You take another step down the staircase, and the water rises up to your belly. You take another step down the staircase, and the water rises up to your chest, and your hands on the hand railing are now submersed in water, and it feels rejuvenating, revitalizing, restorative, peaceful, loving, as if the entire ocean is just a vibration of love, wanting to bathe you in unconditional love. You take another step down the staircase. The water is now to your neck. And you take another step down the staircase. And you are now fully submersed in the ocean. But this is no ordinary ocean you discover. This is an energetic illusion of an ocean. It's not like ordinary water and physicality. No, you are able to breathe and see and move around in a completely normal way. This water is miraculous and mysterious, and you very much enjoy the experience of it. It is very mystical, and you allow its mystical magic and unanswered questions of its experience to swoon your heart in peaceful love. And you take another step down the staircase and begin orienting yourself to the oceanic depths you are now submersed in. You notice that the stairs continue going down and down to the very bottom of the ocean. And throughout the great expanse of oceanic waters you can see very far into the ocean forests, where there are kelp plants, and the plants begin at the bottom of the ocean and they go up and up and up and up and up and up. So tall these plants grow. And then you begin glancing around and noticing hundreds and thousands of colorful species of plants and animals. The whole world is brought to life before your very eyes. And you feel its mystical wonder as you feel so at home and so at ease in this space. You feel so welcome into these depths of magic. You notice the many, many different unique plants and the many, many different unique species of animals, the different types of fish and turtles and eels and dolphins and whales and so many unexpectedly beautiful creatures. And you feel completely safe here, knowing that you are one with all things. There is no separation. There is only love and unity and oneness, and then a whole lot more love. You continue descending this very, very tall staircase, continuing to go deeper into the depths of the ocean that beckon to your soul. And breathing and seeing and moving feel completely normal, not like the challenges you might expect when maneuvering underwater. And you, with ease, descend down the staircase through this mystical illusion of an ocean. And as you approach the bottom of the staircase, you take a moment to turn and you glance back up from where you came. You can barely even see the top of the staircase where the water top is. It is so tall. It goes on for what seems to be a mile. How miraculous. You feel so excited for this adventure, so blessed to be here in this mystical magic, in this wondrously enchanted oceanic depths of dynamic glory. Then you turn back your focus to in front of you, where you have reached the bottom of the staircase. You look in front of you, and you see a sunken ship. A large, beautiful ship. And you go and explore it. You step towards it and notice a door and easily walk through it. The ship is surprisingly large and beautifully intact. You walk down a long corridor, and there are many other rooms and doors and fascinating faucets and features, but you feel especially drawn to a particular door at the end of the corridor. And you walk down towards it, enjoying the enchanted wonder of this mysterious adventure. And you reach the end of a very long hallway after passing many more doors. And you reach the very end of this long hallway and approach a door. You reach your hand for the handle, and you gently turn it and easily open the door. You step forward into a room, and you notice it's like a large ballroom, wooden floors and tall ceilings, with a dozen very fancy and completely intact chandeliers. And you enjoy the feeling of being underwater and having this whole adventure be underwater. And you find it all very enchanting and enjoyable. And you look around in this ballroom type space. And in front of you, you notice a stage, as if people might dance in the room while a band plays on stage. And you walk towards the stage, admiring the chandeliers, so large and so fancy, decorating the ceiling above you. And you feel surprised by how tall the ceiling is and how spacious this room feels, even while it's filled with water that you walk through. You walk towards the stage, and you notice 10 people on the stage. They are all standing side by side. At first, you do not notice any particular features. You simply notice 10 silhouettes of people lined up along a stage, peacefully and comfortably standing side by side, with about a foot or two in between each body. And you walk closer to the stage with a sense of tender compassion and peaceful curiosity. And as you approach the stage, you begin to look at the persons in greater detail, beginning with the first person to your far left. As you approach the stage, you notice a sense of familiarity. You know this person. You know this person very, very well. As you approach this stage, you notice that the person to the far left is you from 2011. You notice the face of how you looked in 2011. You notice the hair and its color and style that completely resemble how you appeared in 2011. You notice the style of clothing and the physical posture that reveals the you from 2011. And you see this version of yourself, and immediately you feel a sense of compassionate connection. Immediately, you feel a gentle softening in your heart space, where you instinctively create space to be fully in this present experience, your heart open to exploring further. As you approach the stage more and more, bridging the gap between where you walked into the room and where the stage is at the far other end of the room, you begin to see even more detail about this person, dancing across their body as if projected by a machine of some kind. You notice visual sensations of various life experiences from 2011. You notice a few visuals of this collage that dance across this person's body, scenes from personal experiences from the winter and spring of 2011. You notice in this collage of images and sensations scenes from experiences in the summer of 2011. As you step closer to the stage, you notice other visuals from experiences you encountered during the autumn and the end of the year in 2011. It's like a scrapbook collage being projected onto this person's body in a way where all of the different images and scenes and sensations dance and move around in a miraculous fashion across this person's body. And you notice the you from 2011, and you can't help but smile, because no matter what was experienced, it's a part of you. And you are learning to love you more and more with unconditional grace, gentle acceptance, and compassionate space, no matter what scenes there may be projected, and no matter how a person may appear. You feel space and connection, a deep permission to love them unconditionally. Because no matter how they appear or what images are projected from those experiences, this is a being worthy of unconditional love. This is a beautiful, miraculous, wondrous, expansively magnificent human being, and they are worthy of unconditional love. And you want them to know that. You release any resistance there may be, and you create space in your heart to bear witness to this person with love. And you take a moment to connect with the you from 2011 as you bear witness to the collage of scenes from the first part of the year, and then the middle part of the year, and then the last part of the year. And you witness this collage of scenes, and you witness the being that you were, and you witness the victories and triumphs, and you witness the downfalls, struggles, and pains, and you simply observe it all as you create space to acknowledge the you that you see before you on this stage in the ballroom, inside the ship, at the bottom of the ocean. You bear witness, just observing with love and presence. You are now at the base of the stage, standing still, no longer walking, no more gap to bridge. You are in front of this stage, and you shift your attention to the person next to this version of you from 2011. And next to them stands a person who appears as you did in 2012. And you notice their face and their expressions and their hair and their clothes and their overall posture and energy. And you notice that it's very much you, very much the you that you were in 2012. And dancing across this person's body are a collage of images, as if a projected scrapbook that moves around in a mystical fashion. And you begin to recognize scenes from your various life experiences. You notice a few scenes from the winter and spring of 2012. You notice a few scenes from the summer of 2012. You notice a few scenes from the autumn and the end of the year in 2012. And you bear witness to this scrapbook with gentle compassion and loving presence and a deep sense of unconditional peace, knowing that these experiences are no longer occurring, and so it is safe to bear witness to them from this space of distinction, for you are standing here in the room, not on the stage. And this person, who is you from 2012, is standing up there on the stage as a distinct aspect of self-essence. And because you are not that aspect, you may objectively observe this aspect of you, creating space for distinction and connection, knowing that every part of you is worthy of unconditional love. Unconditionally worthy of unconditional love. And you notice this version of you from 2012, and you connect with the being that they are, with their posture and styles of expression and all the different experiences that this aspect of you is connected with. And you simply observe and create space to be present with this aspect of you. And then you notice the person to their right. It is the version of you from 2013. You notice their face and their hair and their body and their clothes and any accessories they may have in their energetic fashion of self-presentation. And you observe that it is very much the you from 2013. And you observe this aspect of you on the stage in front of you, standing with these other self-aspects. And you notice, dancing across their body, are energetic projections like a scrapbook from various life experiences encountered during 2013. You notice some specific scenes from the winter and spring of 2013, and you observe them. And you notice some scenes from the summer of 2013, and you notice them. And you bear witness to some scenes of experiences from the autumn and the end of the year in 2013. And you notice all of these energetic sensations, like a visual and energetic scrapbook, dancing across the body of the you that experienced life in 2013, standing on the stage in front of you. And you enjoy being in this ship, this underwater magical adventure, and you enjoy how easy it is to breathe and move beneath water, and you enjoy this experience, knowing that there is only love here, knowing that there is only love here for all parts of you, knowing that there is only love for everything that you have ever gone through, knowing that there is only love in every cell of your being, in all versions of you, knowing that there is only unconditional compassion for any and all aspects of your being who have ever breathed a moment in their life. You find comfort and peace in this moment, allowing life to be exactly what it is, without conditions, without restriction, without any labels or judgments. You create space for life to simply be the divine miracle that it innately is. You create space to surrender to the experience with graceful acceptance of all that has been and all that is. And the fourth person now becomes apparent in your awareness. The fourth person, moving from left to right across this expansive stage, is the version of you from 2014. And you notice their face, and you notice their hair, and you notice their body, and you notice their clothing style, and you notice any accessories there may be on their skin, on their body, or perhaps even beside their body on the stage. You notice that it is very much the presentation of the you who experienced life in 2014. And energetically dancing across this person's body is a collage of sensations and images, energetically projected, dancing across their body. And you notice scenes from the winter and spring of 2014. And you create space to observe these scenes as they arise. And you notice experiential projections from the summer of 2014. And you create space to observe these visuals and sensations before you as you stand here in this ballroom, in this ship, at the bottom of the ocean, where you are safe and loved, and you are free to explore this moment with gentle presence, courageous peace, and unconditional compassion and love. And you notice energetic projections of scenes from experiences encountered during the autumn and the end of the year in 2014. And you bear witness to this from a space of both distinction and connection. The you that observes is different from the you who has experienced these things. But there is also connection
between the you who observes and the you who has experienced these things. And you create space to observe these persons with a deeper love than you have ever felt. For you may not have been able to feel self-compassion during these past experiences, but as you are here now, in a brand new moment, you are able to observe these persons representing these selves of you who have experienced past years from a space of deep compassion. You look at them and feel your heart filled with love as you appreciate all that they have experienced, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, the joys and the sorrows. And you appreciate the beauty in their being, the courage of their heart, the majesty of their creative expression, and the way that they kept moving forward through life, even when life held challenges. And you create space in your heart to observe these persons on this stage with a deep sense of compassionate connection. These aspects of your being that may have felt so far before are now here, standing right in front of you, wearing their experiences, wearing their heart on their sleeve, standing before you, wide open. And you feel their vulnerability, and you feel their openness and receptivity towards your presence. And you feel humbled and appreciative for this moment and this opportunity for loving connection. And you continue shifting your focus gradually down the stage, and the fifth person, moving from left to right across this expansive stage, is the you who experienced life in 2015. And you notice their face, and you notice their hair, and you notice their body, and you notice their clothing, and you notice their overall style of self-presentation, and you notice all the little details about them that remind you that that is exactly how you appeared in experience during 2015. And you connect with this being you see before you with a sense of deep compassion and appreciation, for this is an aspect of your being, parts of your consciousness who encountered experience and now encounter this information within the data of your body's cells. What a miracle. And you bear witness to this being before you. And you see yourself as you were in 2015. And dancing across this person's body like energetic projections of visuals and other sensations, you witness a unique style of scrapbook carrying information from experiences encountered in 2015. And you notice scenes and sensations from the winter and spring of 2015. And you create compassionate space to observe these and bear witness to them with presence. And you witness scenes and sensations from the summer of 2015. And you compassionately observe them with both distinction and connection. And then you witness scenes from the autumn and the end of the year in 2015. And you stand here in this ballroom, in this ship, at the bottom of the ocean, where you are safe and secure, with complete privacy to explore this experience without interruption. And you bear witness to this miraculous person before you. And their physical appearance is as you were in 2015. And dancing across their body are energetic projections like a scrapbook from all the different experiences encountered during that year. And you notice this person with deep appreciation for their being. And then you move your attention to the person towards the right. The sixth person along this stage, moving from left to right, is a being that you recognize as the you were in 2016. And you observe this person as you notice their face and their hair and their body and their clothes. And you connect with the person you see who reveals the being you were in 2016. And energetically dancing across their perfect body are scenes and sensations from 2016. You notice some experiences from the winter and spring of 2016. You notice some scenes and sensations from the summer of 2016. And you notice some visuals of occurrences that transpired in the autumn and towards the end of the year in 2016. And you notice a whole year of consolidated information energetically through sensations and visual scenes projected onto this person's body as you recognize and connect with the being that you were in 2016. And you take a moment to breathe deeply into compassionate space in your heart to be present with the being that you were in 2016. And you release any sensations of judgment and you create space for floods of compassion to fill your heart. And you look at all the yous across the stage you have seen thus far. The you from 2011, the you from 2012, the you from 2013, the you from 2014, the you from 2015, the you from 2016. And as you witness these 6 persons filling the left half of the stage, you see things in a different light than you have ever felt in your heart before. You notice these persons from a space of distinction and connection, and from this fresh vantage point, you see that this wondrously miraculous being was always doing their best. They were always showing up in the best way that they knew how. They were always putting their best foot forward, no matter what that looked like. They were always striving to be and to be more of the being they were. They were always aiming high with good intentions. They were always trying to do and see the best things in life from what they could get to at that time. They were always creating space to learn and grow and expand in the best way that they knew how during those moments of experience. They were always creating space to love themselves through moments the best way they knew how. They were always striving to explore and expand in the ways that they had access to at that time. And you start to feel your heart expand into deeper connection with the yous who have been, as you see things through a lens of unconditional love. And instead of seeing the experiences, you feel like you see the inner experiencer for the first time. You feel a sensation of compassionate connection where you can sense the consciousness who was in those experiences, rather than just seeing the outside perspective of what happened. You see the inside perspective of the being that everything was experienced by. And your compassion and connection deepens as you focus on the being who was within those experiences. As you bear witness to these 6 bodies on the left half of the stage, you feel your heart swell with pride and compassion. There's a deep, miraculous swirl of sensations swooning your heart as you gently soften into this moment. And you feel a deep sense of generous grace, kind compassion for all that has been experienced by these aspects of your self-essence. And at the same time, you feel a sense of empowered pride, a sense of uplifted encouragement, because no matter what these amazing self-aspects went through, they kept going. They kept being. They kept breathing. They kept taking care of themselves in the best way they knew how. They kept living, even when living was challenging or confusing or painful or terrifying or lonely. These amazing self-aspects kept living, kept breathing, kept going. And even just for that, you feel proud of them. And then you see all the little things that they did to keep going and keep living and keep breathing. And your heart swells with pride even more as you see the consciousness who was within the experience more and more. As if you can see the intentions of their heart as they moved through the experience, and you feel deeply connected with the soul essence of these persons, gradually able to see beyond the external appearance of how they present themselves and the collage of projections on their body. You gradually feel like you can connect with their essence. And you take a big, deep breath as you surrender into your ever evolving magnificence. And with peaceful presence, you continue exploring this miraculous space, this amazing stage, holding 10 years of your SelfAspects in this mystically enchanting ballroom beneath an illusionary experience of water on a ship at the bottom of a beautiful, beautiful ocean. And you feel so grateful for this opportunity and so proud of yourself for having the courage to explore and connect. Your eyes shift slightly to the right, and you bear witness to another miraculous human being. You glance at them and notice their features and recognize the being that you were in 2017. You notice their face and you notice their hair and you notice their clothing style and you notice their physical posture and you observe this being representing the self that you were in 2017. As you bear witness to this miraculous being, you begin to observe a wondrous, energetic scrapbook collage dancing across their body. Projected are images and sensations associated with experiences encountered by this wondrous being throughout 2017. You look and notice a few scenes from the winter and spring of 2017. You then notice images associated with life experiences from the summer of 2017. And you create space to connect with this observation. You then notice images associated with personal experiences from the autumn and the end of the year in 2017. You bear witness to this being, noticing all the details, solidifying the reality that this is indeed the you who was in 2017. And while that experience may feel distant from one perspective, it now feels very close because you are standing right in front of that aspect of you. There is distinction between you as the observer and them as the experiencer. But there is deep, deep connection as well. You bear witness to this being creating space in your tender heart to acknowledge their presence with respect, embrace, support, connection, compassion, love, appreciation, celebration, and a sense of peaceful safety, relaxed security. And you breathe deeply into these sensations as you bear witness to the being you were in 2017 as they now stand before you. Your eyes continue traveling slightly to the right, glancing down the stage. You notice another human being representing the you who experienced life in 2018. And you notice their face, and you notice their expression, and you notice their hair, and you notice their body and their clothing and their overall style of energetic self-presentation. And you emotionally connect with the reality that you are now standing directly in front of the you who experienced life in 2018. And you feel your heart space expand to greater depths, the way that you now stand in an ocean that expanded to greater depths. The same way that you traveled from the beachfront down the staircase and into the ship is the same way that you now travel down into greater depths of your loving heart space. You feel divine permission to melt and melt with infinite self-compassion and loving appreciation as you bear witness to this self-aspect before you from 2018. As you observe this wondrous person, you observe an energetic projection of miraculous images dancing across their body, carrying sensational particulars from personal experiences encountered in 2018. And you begin to notice a few particulars that stand out to you as you connect from this space of distinction, from the pure awareness of your consciousness in the present moment. You connect with the reality of what you now see. You observe images and sensations from the winter and spring of 2018. You create space to observe these particulars, remaining steadfastly in peaceful presence, connecting exclusively from this space of distinction, while allowing for yourself to be distinguished from the you that you observe. You expand your heart space to ignite deeper self-connection. And you bear witness to images, scenes, or sensations from personal experiences associated with the summer of 2018. You observe these particulars as they energetically dance across the body of the you bear witness to, revealing the self that you were within life experience during the year of 2018. You then begin to notice a few particulars, images or sensations, some type of energetic collage of particulars or many particulars. And they connect with personal experiences from the autumn and the end of the year in 2018. And as you observe these aspects of personal experience, you refocus your attention on your inner experiencer who wears this energetic scrapbook projected across their body. And you take a moment to pause and breathe deeply as you allow for deeper connection with this being that you bear witness to. And you feel a softness in your heart, expanded compassion, and you feel a gentle smile on your face as you feel proud of this being you bear witness to. Just like all the other self-aspects you have observed, this wondrous being continued with life, no matter what was faced. You then continue exploring the stage, and to the right of this person, you notice another human being. After a moment, you connect with who you are seeing. It is the you from 2019. And you notice their face, and you notice their hair, and you notice their body, and you notice their clothes, and you really connect with the reality that you are observing the you from 2019. And it feels miraculous to feel this sense of closeness as your body now stands in front of their body. And you feel a deep sense of connection with this being you bear witness to. Dancing across their body like an energetic scrapbook, you bear witness to personal experiences that this being encountered in 2019. You notice scenes or sensations from the winter and spring of 2019. And you take a moment to observe and connect. You then notice images, scenes, or sensations affiliated with personal experiences from the summer of 2019. You create space to notice with compassion. You then see projections associated with personal experiences from the autumn and the end of the year in 2019. And you notice these energies projected like a scrapbook dancing across the body of the you who was in 2019. You create space to soften as you observe and connect with this magnificent being, feeling even deeper into your heart space, allowing everything to soften, soothe, relax, and expand. Your eyes then shift to the far right of the stage, and you notice one final human being standing upon the stage. And you notice that it is the you who was in 2020. And you notice their face, and you notice their hair, and you notice their body, their clothing style, and their overall self-expression within their orientation and presentation. And you create space to connect with this self-aspect who now stands in front of you. As you stand in this big ballroom, noticing these persons on the stage while continuing to enjoy this adventure on a ship at the bottom of the ocean, knowing that you are safe, you are loved, you are supported, you are allowed to be here connecting with this experience and these aspects of your being who are now in front of you, vulnerably opening themselves to your presence with tender peace and compassionate grace. And as you observe this 10th person on the stage, you notice energies dancing across their body, and they reveal particulars from personal experiences encountered in 2020. And you notice a few scenes revealing particulars from the winter and spring of 2020, And you notice scenes from the summer of 2020. And you notice images or sensations connecting with experiences from the autumn and the end of the year in 2020. And you bear witness to this 10th person, feeling a deep sense of amazement at all the yous who have been, that have contributed to the you are today. And as you stand on the floor of this ballroom, separate yet connected with the stage in front of you, you hear a swooshing sound coming from behind you. Curious, you turn around to see what the noise is coming from. As you turn, in the water of this ballroom on this ship at the bottom of the ocean, you notice a giant sea turtle swimming right up to you. This extraordinarily large sea turtle swims directly to you. You create space with a smile on your face to notice all the incredible markings on this sea turtle. The shell on their back, housing their miraculous body, almost seems like a tie-dye painting. Multicolored streaks miraculously painted across the shell of this sea turtle. Their skin is even more miraculous, appearing like a mosaic with dozens and dozens of individual sections of miraculous shapes, formulating a wondrous design across the body of this sea turtle. And you notice their skin of the neck and their elbow type area, where the outside of their body with the wondrous mosaic on their head and their fins connects with the shell on their back, painted in this wondrous multicolored tie-dye artistry. And their skin has all kinds of amazing speckles and color-filled dots, and the entire opportunity you are presented with simply to bear witness to this miraculous creature softens your heart even further, allowing deeper love to flood and fill your beauty-filled, wondrous, worthy being. And this large sea turtle, with extraordinarily kind and gentle eyes, swims directly to you. Its head gently bows in front of you, and you reach out and place your hand upon the top of this sea turtle's head. And in this moment, you feel a deep connection with the beautiful power of life. Life. To be alive. You feel like you're thinking about this concept for the first time ever. But it is not your mind that is thinking. It is your heart space that is sensing the mystical magic of simply existing at all. and you feel a tickle in your heart space, almost like the heart space of the sea turtle has entered into your energetic self-atmosphere and evoked a wondrous sensation within you. Your heart space expanding more and more as you soften into this sacred experience. The sea turtle telepathically communicates with you and invites you to stand upon its back. You gently climb up onto the shell of this extraordinarily large sea turtle. And it is surprisingly easy to stand and balance on the sea turtle's shell. Now, in this oceanic mystical adventure, firmly standing upon the shell of the sea turtle, you return your visual focus to the 10 persons in front of you upon this stage. The sea turtle swims over to the first person at the far left of the stage, and just a foot in front of you now, there stands a body revealing the being that you were in 2011. And you take a moment to really connect with the human being who is standing right in front of you. And while the conceptualization of time may trick your mind into thinking that these experiences are far in the past, the illusion is shattered with love as you are now just inches away from the body of the being that you were in 2011. And you feel like your breath is taken away as your eyes connect and lock with their eyes. And you feel lost in this entrancing gaze as you fully absorb yourself into the experience of connecting with this being who was you in 2011. And the experience feels indescribably profound as you achieve this space of distinction and connection with deeper clarity and compassion than you have ever before experienced. You stand fully supported in this moment, deeply connected with the human being in front of you, revealing the self you were in 2011. Your heart expands into a deeper sense of presence, peace, love, and compassion than you have ever felt before. As you feel into that sensation, you instinctively place your left hand upon your heart space. As you feel the beat of your heart with your left hand, you connect with the power of your own love. Your gaze deepens into the eyes of the you from 2011 who stands just inches from your body. With your left hand on your heart, you feel a deep expansion within you. So much compassion, so much grace, so much admiration, so much loving self-connection in this powerful, peace-filled moment. And as your love ignites even deeper within your own sacred heart space, you instinctively extend your right hand outwards, resting it on the chest of the being who stands before you. Your left hand remains on your heart space while your right hand rests on their heart space. And as you feel deep, loving connection with this self aspect, energies of love travel through your body, ignited within your heart space, powerfully tingling the fingers on your left hand. These energies travel down your right arm and out of the fingertips of your right hand. As you remain in loving self-connection, the power of your love energetically flows into the being before you and begins to ignite a powerful energy within their miraculous heart space. As energies of love flow out of your right fingertips, the heart space of the being you see before you, a you from 2011, their chest begins to glow. Your love activates the energetic power of their miraculous heart space, and their chest begins to glow. A bright, brilliant, luminous light begins to ignite in the center of their chest. Their heart space is lit of flame by the power of your sacred love. And your eyes were deeply gazing into their eyes, but now you look at their chest and you see glowing light streaming out of their body from the center of their chest as their heart space ignites. Your loving compassion has ignited their loving compassion. So even if you could not feel self-love or any kind of love in 2011, all of that information is being transmuted now. Now, the being from 2011 that you were is feeling deeply loved. The being that you were from 2011 is feeling deeply held in a generous space of grace and compassion. Your love is igniting their heart space, and even though those experiences were so many years ago, they are all here and now, and their energies are being transformed by the power of your own love. And you witness this miraculous, magical occurrence as their chest glows with an expansive light. And you bear witness to this light of love as it travels throughout their body. The light begins glowing in their chest and then begins to travel through their body, growing within them and then streaming beyond their body into the atmosphere where you stand. Their neck is glowing, their arms are glowing, their whole torso and upper body are glowing, their legs are glowing, their feet are glowing, their head is glowing. And this light of love travels throughout every cell of their perfect body and streams beyond their body to the atmosphere where you stand. In this process, something else miraculously occurs. The energetic scrapbook that was previously dancing across their body, carrying scenes from all the different experiences from 2011. Those projections begin to dissolve. They gradually grow more faint and more faint, and you cannot hardly see them anymore, because all you see is this streaming light from every cell of their body. And as the light travels and grows brighter and brighter, the energetic scrapbook completely dissolves. And where you once saw the physical body of the you from 2011, who wore energies from all of those experiences, now all you see is a being of pure love and light. All the stories have disappeared. All of the experiences are fading away. And you can now see the you that you were with deep, expansive clarity. There are no more judgments. There are no more stories. There are no more labels. There are no more explicit descriptors or categorical remarkings. There is nothing but love. Everything else has faded away. The details of experience have dissolved, and now you see the pure consciousness that was always within those experiences. And you see them with a deeper clarity than you have ever known. You see the pure being of radiant light and unconditional love that they always were. They were never the experiences, but they didn't know it at the time. Now, through the powerful ignition of this loving self-connection, you are able to see the you that you always were. And this aspect of your being is finally liberated, freed from all the stories, freed from all the struggles, freed from all the pain, freed from all the letdowns, freed from all the battles, freed from all the limitations, free, free, free. This being before you is now divinely liberated into the love and light that they always were. Beyond the experiences, this is who you truly were. And now, this wondrous, perfect, magnificent, and marvelous aspect of your self essence is freed to know the infinite wonder that they truly are and always have been. As you feel your heartbeat with your left hand and their heartbeat with your right hand, this moment of healing magic evolves into higher vibrations of love and light. You may have felt distant from this aspect of your being before, but here the illusion of separation is shattered through the power of loving presence and healing light. The love and light streaming from their body floods your body. And from your ignited heart space, love and light stream from your body and the atmosphere where you stand on the back of a sea turtle, and the space where the being before you stands, this self aspect from 2011, standing upon the stage in the ballroom on the ship at the bottom of the ocean. This space where you both stand is now a joined space, one harmonious, united, glowing light of divine love. And it's miraculous because you feel so deeply connected to this aspect of your essence, and you have never felt this before. Past times where you attempted to connect caused you simply to connect with the experience. But now, the experience has dissolved. There are no particulars remaining from 2011. The stories have been shattered. The particulars of the occurrences dissolved. They simply do not matter anymore. Those experiences are finally concluded. They happened and they are complete, and the data in your body storing that information now achieves profound connectivity with the data of you in the present day. And as the neural data storing particulars of experience achieves thriving connectivity, parts of your miraculous self-essence are liberated into greater radiance and deep unity and profound harmony. No longer are these parts of your being separate from you. No longer are these parts of your being separate from the light of unconditional love. Now, the consciousness who was within experience in 2011 is lovingly united with the consciousness that you are here in the present day. And the experiences simply do not matter because the power of your love and the light of your consciousness transcend any and all experiences on earth. There is no force in physicality that could ever restrain or contain the greatness that you are. You are magnificent. And here, in this profound moment, every part of you begins to feel that truth. The you from 2011 is no longer a victim to the experience, but a conqueror of light, a bearer of love, no longer needing to bear anything else. Full liberation creates profound restoration. And the being of you from 2011 feels a deep sense of loving liberation, great freedom into the true nature of their being. Your left hand is placed on your heart while your right hand remains on their heart. And from both of your bodies stream a radiant, vibrant light. And the light between your bodies connects, and the energies of your being link. No more separation. No more limitation. Just loving liberation. Your eyes lock in with you from 2011. And all you see is a being of love and a being of light. And they look at you and they smile. And their smile is so radiant that you can feel their sense of healed wholeness. You can feel the lightness of their heart. You can feel the tenderness of their love. And no matter what experience is held then, all of that information is now transmuted so that the year of 2011 just feels like love. And the smile radiating from both the mouth and the eyes of this being before you causes you to melt even deeper into your heart space. And you fall even more in love with the magnificence of this miraculous soul. And you smile and they smile, and the light and love streaming from both your bodies continues to grow. You gently rest your arms back by your side, offering a gentle bow of appreciation to the being before you. Still smiling, they offer a gentle bow in return. And you feel a deep sense of self-respect, where the you in the present moment deeply respects the you from 2011. And the being from experience in that year looks at you the aspect of them 10 years in the future from where they have encountered life. And they bow in deep respect and admiration for you, revealing all that they have become. Now, the sea turtle gently swims a couple feet to the right, directly in front of the stage. You now stand just a foot or two away from the being that you were in 2012. And you take a moment to gently connect with this aspect of your being. You look deeply into their eyes and you see the wondrous, magnificent, radiant, wonder-filled being that you were in 2012. And with both distinction and connection, you feel amazed by the sensation of intimate closeness as you stand just a few inches away from the body of the being you were in 2012. And this sense of intimacy causes you to melt even deeper into your heart space. Any walls that you may have had up completely crumble down now. You are wide open with deep vulnerability. And they are wide open with profound vulnerability. And in this space, in this ballroom on the ship at the bottom of a mystical ocean, you feel very, very safe in this private space to invite tender self-intimacy. Standing on the back of the sea turtle, fully supported in this magically miraculous moment, standing directly before the body, revealing the being you were in 2012, you create space for self-connection and you melt into their eyes. You see deeply into their essence, connecting with the consciousness who was within experience in 2012. You do not just see a body wearing a collage of experience. You see so much more than that. And you see so much more than you were ever able to see before. As your connection with this self aspect deepens, you instinctively place your left hand upon your heart once again. And you feel into this space of loving compassion and generous grace. No matter how you may have felt about yourself in 2012, you stand here now as a distinct being with connection to this self aspect. And you now are able to see you through a lens of unconditional love. You are able to hold space with love for the being that you were. And you feel like you are melting into a deeper softness than ever before. You feel like a puddle of love. Any hardness or resistance completely being stripped away by the vulnerable intimacy of this sacred moment. You are able to see your self-essence from a completely fresh perspective. And as you gaze into their eyes, you fully see beyond the explicits of physicality and the obvious reality, and you expand into the intimate implicits of the energetic essence, the miraculous sensations carried within the consciousness of this being. And you bear witness to a deeper beauty than you ever saw before. With your left hand on your heart, you instinctively raise your right arm and place your right hand on their heart. Your right hand rests upon the center of the chest of the being that you were in 2012. And as your eyes continue to expand into connection with their eyes, you now physically feel their body against yours as your hand connects with their chest. Deep self-intimacy crumbles you even more, so that vulnerability is your only state right now. And in this moment of loving connection, something magical occurs. Your chest begins to glow with light. Your heart space is ignited by this moment of vulnerable self-connection and deep self-intimacy. As your heart space ignites, a light glows from the center of your chest and gradually expands up and down and out. This light in the center of your chest expands throughout your entire body, growing from your heart space and gradually extending until the light reaches every inch of your physical body from head to toe. As this flood of light fills your inner being, it then begins to break free. And beyond your body, this light radiates your true essence of love. From your skin, molecules of light gently glow and gradually expand. Simultaneously, this love light essence travels down your right arm and out of your right hand into the heart of the you from 2012. You begin to see their chest glow with a radiant light. Their heart space is ignited with love by the power of your presence and connection and this vulnerable, loving intimacy. their heart space is ignited and begins to glow with light. And this light is so strong and so powerful that it begins to travel throughout their entire body, from head to toe. This loving light now glows in the being that you were in 2012. As the light grows stronger and stronger through the power of your own love, the energetic scrapbook of experiences dancing across their body begins to grow more faint. It's hard to even see the details of the experience from 2012 because the light is so powerfully bright. All you can see is the brightness of the light. It's difficult to see the scrapbook of experience. It seems to be fading away, growing more faint, gradually dissolving through the power of loving light. Soon, there are no more projections upon the body of the you from 2012. Every experience is completely, profoundly, expansively, infinitely, and unconditionally infused with love and light. And this infusion transmutes the data so that instead of seeing the stories, instead of seeing the labels, instead of seeing or feeling or thinking about experiential particulars, all you can see from that year is a being of pure love and light. And whenever an experience comes up, the details automatically disappear, and all you can see is the being that you were, radiating a profoundly brilliant vibration of pure love and light. And you stand here now, supported on the back of this sea turtle, your left hand on your heart space to connect with your loving presence, and your right hand on their heart space to connect with your energetic essence from 2012 through love and presence. And both your body and their body are glowing with loving light. And this glow continues expanding with deep divine power. And the glowing light extends so far beyond both of your bodies that you are now surrounded by a large glowing bubble of pure love and light. And now there is no separation between the you of the now and the you of 2012, for you are united through the power of loving presence and the light ignited from both of your heart spaces. The light streaming from your heart throughout and beyond your body connects worlds. So now You in the now and you from 2012 stand in loving presence in the exact same energy of pure light. Worlds are profoundly bridged, and a deeper connection than what has ever before been known now ignites in this profoundly healing moment. You glance slightly to your left and notice the you from 2011. Their body continues glowing with radiant light, and you witness as the you from 2011 reaches out their left arm, and the you from 2012 reaches out their right arm. And these two self aspects hold hands. And the glowing light from both of their bodies now connects. You stand here on the back of the sea turtle, your left hand upon your heart, your right hand upon the heart of the you from 2012. Their hand connects with the you from 2011. And all three of you are connected in a united, continuous, glowing bubble of loving light. This moment transcends all aspects of physical reality. This moment transcends all illusions of time and space. This moment transcends all previous limitations of love. This moment transcends all universes. Beyond the Milky Way galaxy, many more universes unite, and this moment transcends it all. Stars across multiple galaxies halt in their tracks to bear witness to this profound magic. This moment continues for eternity. Not because it goes on for all of time, but because it transcends all of time. This moment is eternal. This moment is beyond all things and encompasses all things at the same time. This moment is a union of all galaxies, and it's also bigger than all galaxies. It unites multiple worlds and simultaneously transcends multiple worlds. This is the most beautiful moment of your life. And you never want it to end, but you can feel the sea turtle telepathically communicating with you, explaining that it's time to step forward now. And you lower your hands back to your sides and gently bow to the being before you. The you from 2012 returns with a slight bow, and you feel deep respect for the being of you from 2012 as you connect with their consciousness, now liberated into the love and light that they always truly were. And now this being feels deep respect for you, the being that they eventually become. Your body and their body and the body of the you from 2011 all continue to radiate this glowing love and light from all corners of your body, remaining connected in the space of this united, luminous light. While you remain standing upon the back of the sea turtle gently swims a couple of feet to the right as you gradually move down the stage. The sea turtle is right in front of the stage, so that where you stand is just a few inches away from the stage and just a foot or maybe two away from the bodies on the stage. You now stand in front of the being that you were in 2013. And you take a moment to connect with the being that you see. This body standing directly in front of you, revealing the you that you were in 2013. You breathe deeply as you fully connect with them, creating space to allow for this connection. It is safe to see the you from 2013. It is safe to be connected to this aspect of your being. It is safe to bear witness fully within this moment as you stand here with distinction and deep connection to the being before you. And while they stand in a physical body with energies from their experiences boldly proclaimed across their skin and clothes, you are able to melt into their eyes and see the soul, the essence, the self-energy, the consciousness who was within those experiences. And while they continue standing in this body wearing their experiences, you are aware of that, but you do not focus on that. You do not need to grow your connection with the experiences. You simply desire to grow in connection with your inner experiencer. And as you stand, feeling profoundly supported on the back of this sea turtle in this beautiful private space beneath the water within this sacred ship, you let your heart melt as your gaze melts into the eyes of the you from 2013 who now stands directly in front of you. The energy is palpable as you feel a deeper self-intimacy than you have ever known before. And your heart melts and your walls crumble down. And as your heart melts more and more, the light within you glows more and more. Compassion that you feel for this being before you continues expanding unconditionally into greater depths. Feeling into this sense of loving connection, you instinctively place your left hand upon your heart, feeling into your own softness, which is a powerful strength. And as you gaze deeply into their eyes, your right hand travels to the heart space of the you were in 2013. As you feel their beating heart beneath the palm of your hand, sensations of self-intimacy grow even deeper. Your heart space profoundly expanding as you connect with the you from 2013. You feel an ability to connect with the essence of yourself who was within the experiences. In this moment of intimate self-connection, the glowing light of pure love from your body streams down your right arm and out of your hand, igniting their heart space. Instantaneously, their chest begins to miraculously glow, a light protruding from their heart space. You can see this light emitting from their chest, and this light rapidly travels throughout their entire body. Their whole body becomes completely consumed with this light of pure love. The light grows so expansive that it stretches beyond their physical body. It grows as it glows and continues to grow and glow. And this light now reaches so far beyond their body that it easily connects with the light streaming from your body. In this process, you notice the energetic scrapbook sharing scenes of experiences from 2013 gradually begins to fade away from their skin and clothes. All the particulars that you associated with experiences from 2013 begin to fade away. In the space where you once saw those details of life, you now simply see a being radiating pure love and light. Anytime a memory arises from 2013, you sweetly smile and simply surrender while you bear witness to the being that you were who is streaming, radiating, and glowing with this love and light. And that is all you see. You no longer see the particulars of experience. You simply see the being that was within them, restored to their full glory of pure love and light. The stories fade away, the descriptors dissolve, the labels and categories about how you used to describe yourself and your life during 2013 all completely fade. They are no longer here. All that's left is this radiant love and light. As the scrapbook dissolves, the light continues to grow as loving presence persistently expands. With your left hand on your heart and your right hand on their heart, united in a profoundly expansive, glowing light streaming from both of your bodies, originating from your sacred heart spaces, your eyes lock, and you drown in the galaxies of their eyes. You fully see yourself. There are no projections to distort your self-connection. You are finally, fully free to see the miraculous consciousness that you always were. Without the stories to block your view, you see the consciousness who was within those experiences, and you feel so deeply and so profoundly connected with your true essence, who is a pure vibration of unconditional love, divine light, and miraculous presence. In this moment of liberating connection, as your essence achieves a greater level of freedom, the being before you outstretches their right arm and connects with the left arm of the you from 2012. They hold hands, and the lights streaming from their bodies link worlds. Now, you are connected with the you from 2013 as your hand rests upon their heart, feeling your heartbeat and theirs simultaneously. And the you from 2013 is now connected with the you from 2012, who is connected with the you from 2011. And as they hold hands, the light streaming from their bodies, originating from their sacred divine heart space, now connects with the light streaming from your body. Now, the yous from 2011, 2012, 2013, and the you from the present day are all united in loving presence and this miraculous light filling the atmosphere, uniting you all. And this moment feels like divine celebration. This moment feels like coming home. This moment feels like loving invitation to experience deeper soulful freedom. Liberated from the projections of experience and liberated from the illusion of separation, the consciousness, the self-essence of you is now free to be its authentic true self and free to fully connect within the miraculous power of your own inner being. Grateful for this moment, your arms gently rest down to your sides and you bow in deep reverence for the being of you in 2013. And you all remain connected through this light as the being from 2013 gently bows before you, feeling great respect for the you of who they become. The sea turtle now swims gently just a couple feet to the right as you gently move across the stage, supported as you stand on the sea turtle's shell directly in front of the stage. And you enjoy being in this ballroom, on this ship, beneath the great oceanic waters. You feel very safe here in this experience, where it is so easy to experience life beneath the ocean's waters, and enjoying the fact that you are standing upon the back of a wondrous sea turtle. You look in front of you and now see the you from 2014. And you bear witness to this glorious, magnificent being in front of you, and feel astounded by the sensations within your heart space. While the experiences of 2014 might seem so far in the past, the self-essence of you who was within those experiences is now tangibly close to you as you stand just inches away from their body. And the moment is surreal as you connect with this aspect of yourself, feeling deep connection and vulnerable closeness, the intimacy, expanding your heart space even further. And while the being of you from 2014 continues wearing their experiences as an energetic scrapbook dancing across their body, you easily see beyond that and gaze deeply and fondly into the great depths of their beautiful eyes. And you melt into the essence that you bear witness to. You did not realize how magnificent and wonderful they truly are. Melting into deep self-compassion, you place your left hand upon your heart space once again. And as your heart connects with theirs, your eyes melting into theirs, you raise your right hand and place it gently but firmly against their chest, your right hand feeling their body. Press against each finger pad and each corner of the palm of your hand. And it's not just emotional intimacy, there's physical intimacy as your bodies unite by your hand resting upon the center of their chest. Your eyes melt further into theirs as you feel their heart space, their beingness, their love. And this only causes your love to grow further and deeper and wider and stronger and higher and larger. And as your love ignites, the glowing light filling the space around your body, radiating from your inner being, originating from your tender, courageous heart space. This light now streams into their body. Through your hand, this loving light travels and ignites their heart space. You perceive a miracle as you witness their chest beginning to glow, radiating a beautiful, bright, brilliant light. As the you from 2014 begins to experience an ignition of love within their divine heart space, you see this glowing light in the center of their chest gradually expand, filling all corners of their body. This light streams beyond their body and bridges worlds with your light. In this process, the scrapbook of experiential elements projected in a dancing fashion across their body gradually grows dimmer and dimmer. All of the experiences encountered during 2014 begin to dissolve, miraculously fading into the brilliant power of this light of complete love. The power of your own unconditional love ignites such a force that this light protrudes from your heart space and their heart space, and the union of this power dissolves all experiences. Where once you saw many encounters with life, many things that transpired, many elements of experience, many stories, descriptors, labels, categories, activities. All of that is no longer visible. Instead, all you can see is this radiant light emanating from every corner of their body. The being before you is completely restored to the true essence of love and light that they always were. You see them with greater clarity than ever before. You no longer look at 2014 and see experience. When you look at 2014, you now only see pure consciousness moving through moments while radiating pure love and light. Experience dissolves, and the hero of the story is made evident as you bear witness to the pure self-essence of you who was within experience. No more stories. You see your magnificence with greater clarity and loving connection than you have ever before experienced. And this aspect of your being feels profoundly liberated. They feel expanded, like they cannot be limited by life or things that have happened. They cannot be constrained by what they have gone through. They cannot be reduced by their pains or their struggles. They cannot be defined by their experiences in any capacity. Instead, all those details completely fade away, no longer visible in any capacity. Where once there were stories and scenes of experience, now all you can see is pure light, and it feels like love. Now, when you recall 2014, all you perceive is a consciousness of pure love and light, and that truth overpowers all else. In this space of loving self-expansion, you witness the you from 2014 reach their right arm out to their right and connect with the hand of the you from 2013. Now, as you stand fully supported by the sea turtle in this miraculous experience, your left hand connects with your heart and the love of your being. Your right hand rests upon the chest of the you from 2014. Their hand connects with the you from 2013, and their hand connects with the you from 2012, and their hand connects with the you from 2011. While connected through the power of love and your heart space, through the touching and the bridging of hands, simultaneously all beings connect as the light emanating from each body expands so far that it joins with the surrounding light. Rather than each body emitting its own separate light, there is a giant, glowing bubble of light that encompasses all beings, each contributing their own light to this collective expanse of glowing illumination. This powerful moment of self-connection ignites profound healing within all of these bodies. The use from 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014, and the you in the present day all experience unconscious transformation as the cellular baseline of the being experiences profound restoration. The power of this loving light transforms all implicit data, all aspects of the body from all of these experiences, and in the present day achieve full restoration, the brain-body system returning to its natural state of optimal health. Past experiences no longer impact the ability to fully thrive. Experiences dissolved through the power of loving presence and this glowing light originating from the sacred heart space. Past experiences no longer reduce the fullness of new moments. Optimal thrival and health are easily and effortlessly achieved, no longer hindered by past energies. All past energies are fully transmuted now through the power of this loving light that encompasses all of these beings, including the you here now in the present moment. As you remain standing here in front of the you from 2014, with your left hand on your heart space and your right hand on their heart space, they extend their left arm outwards and connect with the right hand of the being you were in 2015. They begin to experience massive glowing light. It's as if the power of the union of 2011, 12, 13, 14, and the you today, all standing in loving unity through the power of this light from your heart spaces. That light seems to sweep over this being of the you from 2015. Immediately, their heart space is ignited. Immediately, all experiences from 2015 completely dissolve, and the being is restored to a pure vibration of love and light. And this process continues, their hand reaching out, grabbing hold of the you from 2016, their heart space igniting, light flooding their being, and all experiences from 2016 achieving resolution and dissolving into the backdrop as this aspect of your consciousness achieves complete liberation into its true essence of pure love and light. Now, the yous from 2011 all the way through 2016 stand united in this giant bubble of light that continues to grow and expand, emanating from each body and linking worlds, including the world of you, present day you, who is here as an observer and activator. The sea turtle now moves, swimming down the stage, and you now stand in front of the you from 2017. Your hand immediately gravitates to their chest. The process now is fully ignited. The process of transmuting 10 years of past experiences and uniting all aspects of consciousness is unstoppable. This full force of expansive love and all-consuming light proceeds across the stage like a giant tidal wave, the way that a hurricane cannot be stopped. This process of healing and liberation, as consciousness unites and all past experiences are transmuted into pure vibrations of unconditional love and infinitely expansive galactic light. This process cannot be stopped. This ignition is too powerful to override, and you feel joyfully grateful for this power within you. Your hand placed on the heart space of the you from 2017 ignites their heart space, and you fully see the being that you always were as light radiates through their entire body, and all experiences completely dissolve. You see the consciousness you were, the soulful essence you always have been. Their hand connects with the you from 2016, and you see this aspect of your essence, the you from 2016, no longer limited by past experiences, fully united with its true power through this expansive light. Their hand links with the you from 2015, and they feel joyfully free, no longer constrained by past experiences, fully free into their true nature of pure love, pure light, pure consciousness. The you from 2017 reaches out their hand to the you from 2018. Suddenly, there is a great ignition of self-connection. The you from these experiences no longer feels trapped or isolated. They are free. They are liberated. They are home. They are whole. They are love. They are light. They are loved and supported by the power of this healing light. The light radiating from all of these bodies across the stage is now so big that it starts to fill the entire ballroom. The whole ballroom is filled with this light, and it rises up and up and up, and like a tidal wave, the power of this loving light crashes upon the bodies at the right end of the stage. The U's from 2018, 2019, and 2020 are completely enveloped in love and light. Their heart spaces ignite, and the details of experience fade away. And the only significant memory that now exists is this being of pure consciousness emanating miraculous love and light. Now there is no more separation. The U's from 2011 all the way through 2020 and connected with the you in the present day are all joined, hands holding one another, heart spaces emitting light, and the light growing beyond all bodies and linking with one another. All beings now stand in one fluidly flowing bubble of light. Experiences are now simply looked upon as a consciousness moving through life through the power of its love and light. The details of experience dissolve while they still exist in neural data. The fluid connectivity of implicit wiring enables consciousness to move freely and know its true nature of loving expansion and divine light. You are whole. You are healed. You are welcome home, pure being of wondrous, infinite divine consciousness. You are perfect. You are whole and complete in every way. As you bear witness to this miraculous union, something magical happens. The light begins to create sparklers, kind of like firecrackers or fireworks. The light has grown so strong and so powerful that now it creates sparks that fire through the water, across the oceanic air, and create a brilliant, dazzling show. As this ballroom is entrancingly ignited in a fireworks display of loving light, you begin to see your essence in a new way. As all of these 10 years join with each other and connect with the present day, you begin to see the characteristics of your consciousness that were not previously visible. Projections from experiences had clouded this ability for loving connection. But now you see the characteristics of your consciousness in a new light. You see that all of these beings had great courage. All of these beings exerted profound creativity. All of these beings held a deep sense of wisdom, divine connection with a greater knowing than what the mind could consciously perceive in past moments. You see the grace, kindness, and compassion held within all of these hearts. You see all the beautiful wonders of your true essence radiating now